Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Frieren. Last time around was a magnificent end, where basically the battle continued. The girls were able to defeat their demons. Matoda was using some interesting aggressive tactics from her clan, actually, and she used that to trick her opponent while she worked on dealing with the mist, and once the mist was gone, Fern was able to go into full stealth mode and just obliterate those two demons completely. Meanwhile, Stark and Genau were having trouble with Revolta, but eventually they powered through and were able to break all of his swords and just completely kill him. And they were able to do that, and Stark and Genau, they had a good bonding moment together. And after they took probably a month for Stark to heal up from all his wounds and stuff, they went their separate ways. Matoda did offer to join Frieren's party as their priest, but she wants to keep that slot open for Zine. Of course, Zine will be upset that a beautiful older woman wanted to join the team and Frieren shot them down. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure, so why don't we just go ahead and jump right into this episode of Frieren. Here we go. Alrighty. Oh boy, oh boy. They seriously, they need to take up a couple hobbies when they get stuck there. I would have to. I would have to. But then again, I'm a freaking. I got my freaking. Normally, I've got my Zoomer brain rot. I don't have an attention span or whatever the hell people say nowadays. So I don't know. I would need to do something. I would definitely. I've thought of this recently, and I think we talked about it a bit last season too. But it's like I would definitely just take up crafts. I would definitely do little wood carvings or sketches or maybe even painting. Granted, painting costs money, so that costs money that they don't have. So, oh, good grief. But yeah, I would totally do that. I mean, just because especially even back then. When the heroes party was stuck in the middle of the rain, get some paint, get a canvas, do little Bob Ross, and then just paint Frieren reading a grimoire, just her sitting there with her etheric elven beauty. Paint that, I could see Himmel being a painter, so I don't know, but. That's what I would do. At the very least, I would have a sketchbook and some pencils. That's at least cheaper than painting, but I would do that. I'd be sketching the hell out of Fern. So, but yeah, man, another battle where Stark gets his ass kicked, but to an extent. But man, I mean that is the difference though, is that. I mean, here's the thing: is I guess the most bloodied the girls have gotten would have been during the first class mage exam. So fighting doppelganger Frieren. So yeah, I don't know. Normally they just stand to one side and shoot things. Stark has to go in and literally get bloodied. So poor guy. I do like though his whole that whole thing of there was a dragon chomping on your head. How are you fine? And he's just like, I don't know. He's got a hard head for some reason. But yeah. I mean, it's funny. I've got a bit of a hard head too. So I've got a bit of a hard head. And apparently, I don't remember this probably for a reason, but apparently when I was a kid, at some point I just ran head first into the dishwasher. This was when I was a really little kid, and I just ran head first into the dishwasher, and it left this huge dent in the dishwasher. I was fine apparently, so that's Apparently I've got a hard head, so I guess Stark is the same way. So I guess I would be a warrior. I would be the warrior of the gang. So, I don't know. Oh, good grief. And we did get the interesting thing of the payment. It's interesting, too, because it's like the whole thing of like, oh, well, you know, if it's funny to think like, oh, if they don't accept payment, that's actually being selfish. Like, you'd think it would be the opposite, you know? Where it's like, well, because they are, you know, it's like, oh, they have to take a payment from everything. And it's just like, well, no. Because they don't want anyone to feel indebted to the hero's party, you know? So yeah, that's a really interesting way of looking at it. And I like it. And it's just like, you know, it basically means that it makes the people feel better. It's like, well, they paid for it. They don't have this lingering debt, you know? Debt is not good, as we have seen in this season. So yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting way of looking at it for Himmel, you know? And he'll accept any sort of a payment, you know? He'll accept any sort of a payment just so long as there is a payment. So, and it's just that for Frieren, that has sort of morphed into grimoires and spells. Even the dumbest spells that, you know, like, oh, this spell allows you to say tongue twisters perfectly. It's just like, that works. All right. So, oh, good grief. But yeah, and then we spent another winter somewhere. It's like, how many years has it been at this point? Like, where did we start this journey? I don't even remember. Like, we're on 30 years since Himmel died. I think it was like 26 or 27 when we set off. So it's been a couple years. We've certainly sat through a couple winters, you know, in this show. So this was just another one. Just sit through the winter. Stark trains. The girls do something. Frieren goes off and buys grimoires because she's bored. This is why you need a craft. You need to have a craft so that you don't go and spend all your money. Oh, good grief. And then they went and got Himmel's Memoire, specifically, which is pretty cool. And I do like, too, that it's just some of the dumb stuff, too. It's like he's got a list of catchphrases to go with, and it's just like, oh, good grief. Some of that, it makes you wonder if some of that is maybe, like, a little embarrassing. It's just like, Frieren is still asleep. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She hasn't woken up yet. What the fuck? But when she does wake up, she has such an ethereal beauty. I mean, kind of. She does, but, like, she's still also kind of slobby in the morning, so, you know, it's just like, there's probably a little bit of something embarrassing in there. Granted, not embarrassing to Fern and Stark, who live with that now, so. But yeah. But they got the memoir, and then they got attacked by a kraken. It's like, geez, I thought it was just that. It's like, I thought it was just that, the storms and stuff were bad on the sea. It's like, oh no, there's sea monsters here too. No wonder there needed to be a payment just for crossing this gigantic lake. So yeah. Also Dankin. We never went back to him, but we're seeing Dankin. He's off to that grave in the north that he talked about. So yeah. Good stuff though. Good stuff. We got one more episode left this season. And then I know it's going to be like a year and a half before we get season 3. And I did hear some manga readers say that we're probably going to have a longer break after season 3 because I don't know. I guess the manga has not been going on that long. So like we're going to have to take breaks, you know, just so that we don't catch up with the manga. You know, that's always a worst nightmare for anime is catching up to the manga when it's not done. So, but yeah. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where we are going from here. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Frieren reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.